On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They go play fake. Mahomes. Fighting through pressure. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still 1st quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Cousins on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you know...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play fake. Cousins. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. An update from Denver. The Chargers have taken the early lead over the Broncos. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finds a seam inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Cousins now. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This is Hunt, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they're on the move as they face a second down here. Off the play fake, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Howard on second down. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. On third down, it's Cohen, and he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. This is Cohen. And some space here. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
Now here's Mahomes. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Second down, Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, we got a gun. Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long for Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for his tight end on the corner, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st down, Mahomes. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And again, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And this one is right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First down. Here's Cousins. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Finding room at the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Throwing, Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Cousins now on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now it's Hunt, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run again with Hunt, and he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Cousins. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Stephen Weatherly in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Danielle Hunter. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Taking it about the 36. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
second down, here's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On third down, it's Cohen, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you...
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the try here for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, 30, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
There we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They run. This is Cohen. About 3 yards there to the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down, Cousins. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Cousins now. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, will step aside. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Bears on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 12 yards and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, they run with Howard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Here we go. Green, 39.
A give to Howard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On first and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
The Bears on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Boston Scott, his first carry. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And this one is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. On the handoff, this is Howard. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Again, it's Howard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old-school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. 180! 58, boys, 58, 58, light.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Looking middle, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Left side caught by Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Leave it, 48.
From the red zone now, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. One last shot now for Cousins. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.